So, not being from a lawyer background, law background, so any particular incidents which has triggered you to go into law practice? Because generally बहुत मुश्किल होता है at that young age taking the decision for the life.
आज का जो सिचुएशन है लॉ हैज बीन मल्टीफेरियस नाउ
And but every day must be a new challenge. ना? Every day and every night.
एवरी डे एंड एवरी नाइट
कल सुबह की तैयारी करते
Yes,
हैं तो आज रात को ये रहता है.
यस एब्सोल्युटली
So how do you balance yourself between this mental calmness? Because courtroom में अगर आप mentally calm नहीं हो, peaceful नहीं हो, तो it becomes very difficult.
यस एक बच्चा है जब स्कूल में जब उसका एक्सटर्नल कोई आता है वाइवा लेने
हाँ.
या उसका कहीं कुछ इंटरव्यू होता है दैट एंजाइटी वी फेस ऑन डेली बेसिस
So, where does you see yourself in 2030?
2030 I think I'll be here I'll be professionally I think litigating lawyer के लिए first 10-15 years it's only hard work आपको eventually you get better cases you get more complex issues to work upon
नमस्कार दोस्तों, एक बार फिर आप सबका स्वागत है एक और एपिसोड ऑफ अनसंग हीरोज लीजेंड्स इन स्पॉटलाइट. एंड जैसे आप जानते हो कि इस पर्टिकुलर प्लेटफॉर्म पे हम उन लोगों को लेके आते हैं जो ऑलरेडी लीजेंड्स है और दे आर मेकिंग इन लीजेंड्स. So legends in making. So we generally select our guest based on a criteria, particular criteria. We have some criteria, and if a guest fits into it, we call them. So today also we have a guest who is very special. Special in the sense because हमने कुछ चीजें ऐसे देखी थी कि he is a person who goes out of the comfort zone, and he is a person who has a very clear vision in his life, and also he is very confident, and he is a dreamer. Most of all, most important of all, because once you आप जब लाइफ में सपने देखते हो तभी आप बड़े बनते हो. So let me first introduce my guest. He is Advocate Pushp Gupta. So welcome to my channel and welcome to my podcast. Pushp.
thank you so much I'm really grateful sir.
So जैसे कि पुष्प he is a advocate by profession, and इनके father का एक बहुत बड़ा established business है. So the reason why मैंने बोला कि he takes risk because एक well established business रहने के बावजूद भी he has gone into a law field. And that's something very difficult to take a choice, and also dreamer because clarity, because he was very clear right from I think 12th class.
Yes.
That he wants to pursue law because इन्होंने BBA किया, BA किया, BBA किया, LLB किया, and उसके बाद डिप्लोमा इन environmental law. So
masters
yeah, so तो इससे ये पता लगता है कि he was very clear right from the day one कि मुझे क्या करना है, और ये आई थिंक कहीं ना कहीं हमारे आज के यूथ में मिसिंग है.
yes absolutely
तो लाइफ का जर्नी स्टार्ट करने के बाद डिसाइड कि क्या करना है करके. सो या वेलकम, एंड आई थिंक दैट्स द रीजन व्हाई ही इज लीजेंड इन द मेकिंग, एंड एट अ वेरी यंग एज इन्होंने ऑलरेडी केसेस फाइट किए हैं हाई कोर्ट में, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में, and also he also is a writer.
Yes.
Yeah, his book is coming very soon. So let's start Pushp. So let's start the thing. So
first of all I am really grateful for the opportunity to be with you, to be under your guidance.
Not my guidance. I'm not.
No, absolutely, because we young generation we have lost this art of learning from our from a generation precedent, right? तो आपसे जब पहली बार भी मेरी मुलाकात हुई थी तो I thought कि hailing from such a established background you yourself, और आपने मतलब इतना कुछ किया है for the nation, और उसके बाद आप यहाँ पे वापस आ रहे हैं for a tier 2 city like Bilaspur with so much of vision and so much of hopes. You are doing such things.
Yes.
Although it's at a very nascent stage, but it's actually commendable. I really congratulate you for
Thank you.
Thank you for a good introduction of myself.
So means कहीं तो start करना है ना.
हाँ, absolutely.
Even Infosys has started from garage.
Absolutely, sir.
So why not start from Bilaspur?
जी.
So कुछ सबसे पहले थोड़ा सा हमारे ऑडियंस को अपनी बैकग्राउंड बता दो. मैंने तो broadly दे दिया है, but your
Right.
schooling and all.
Okay, so I hail from Bilaspur. I did my schooling from Delhi Public School. Thereafter, I pursued my BA in Economics and Political Science from the coveted Kirodimon College. It's in Delhi University. So I had this clarity from the very beginning that I wanted to pursue law, and more particularly, I wanted to be in litigation. As a practicing lawyer, I saw myself when I was in 12th.
अच्छा.
And thereafter, I did my LLB from Campus Law Center. It's also a very established college, as you all know. It's also in Delhi University. Thereafter, I did my PG diploma in environmental law and policy, because that is one thing which I was always very passionate about. Even today, also, I take up courses which are more or less related to environmental law and conservation, because ये चीज तब आई थी when I was in 10th. I had represented India in UNEP, एक United Nation Environmental, एक उनका प्रोग्राम चलता है. तो उसमें एक यूथ के लिए एक यूनिट टुंजा 2013 में, आई थिंक 11 या 13 में हुआ था. तो उस टाइम पे आई हैड रिप्रेजेंटेड इंडिया. उस टाइम पे एक जो सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट की जब बात चलती है, तो आई हैड दिस विजन कि सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट के साथ साथ एम्प्लॉयमेंट जनरेशन कैसे हो सकता है. तो उस टाइम पे जो पेपर प्लेट्स हो गई और जो प्लास्टिक को एक तरीके से बेसिकली उसका सब्स्टिट्यूट प्रिपेयर करने के लिए कॉटेज इंडस्ट्रीज के लिए कैसे, तो दिस वाज वे बैक इन व्हेन आई वाज इन 10th और 11th दैट. फिर उसके बाद देन आई डिड माय LLM फ्रॉम NLU बॉम्बे इन कमर्शियल एंड कॉर्पोरेट लॉज. Since last 3-4 years I'm practicing here as a civil lawyer particularly. Yes.
So, not being from a lawyer background, law background, so any particular incidents which has triggered you to go into law practice? Because generally बहुत मुश्किल होता at that young age taking a decision for the life.
Yes. So I'm a first generation lawyer. Nobody in my family has ever pursued law.
आगे पीछे
ऊपर नीचे कभी नहीं. Okay. In fact, I am the first double graduate of my entire clan. This seed germinated way back when I was in school. My father and my uncle, बड़े पापा, they always used to tell me कि although we are very established, हमारा books का business सब चीज है, but we are always looked down upon by the society at large. More particularly the bureaucrats, the ones who are in profession which requires a lot of education. तो वो कहीं ना कहीं back of the mind, this was one of the triggering points. कि मेरे को ऐसी फील्ड में जाना है which is known for its intellect. But at the same time, I also had some other social causes at the back of my mind. So I think litigation is one thing in which you can have both of best of both the fields. I can pursue an intellectual this profession. At the same time, I can also work for various societal cause through my practice. So that was one of the initial triggering points.
Okay. So basically youngsters जब हम देखते हैं ना, तो youngsters को ऐसा लगता है कि law is one thing which needs lot of patience and which is also stressful. So but it seems like you passionately enjoy being a lawyer.
Absolutely. और मेरे को लगता है कि जो जनरेशन है बहुत क्लियरली इस चीज को समझ चुकी है. Law requires a lot of perseverance. It requires a lot of patience, and it is actually very stressful. हमारे साथ भी ऐसा होता है, not just with me. If you see people who are 10-15 years elder to me in practice, senior designates who are 30-35 years into profession, we have advocates in our own high court who have a practice of more than 50 years. And they're all very stressed at times. They're all very unconfident at times. I've seen seniors preparing briefs late at night, 2-3. So I think this is one thing which goes with the profession.
Yes.
If you say, can it be totally eradicated from the field? It cannot be. The only thing is you should have your own ways of enjoying it.
Balancing it and
Yes.
enjoying it. Yes.
It is definitely a very stressful profession.
And that way अगर देखा जाए तो stress तो हर job में
हाँ.
है. And it's how you actually balance between life and work. That's how it is.
Yes, I think जब एक बच्चा है जब स्कूल में जब उसका एक्सटर्नल कोई आता है वाइवा लेने या उसका कहीं कुछ इंटरव्यू होता है, दैट एंजाइटी वी फेस ऑन डेली बेसिस बिकॉज एवरी डे ईच केस इज अ काइंड ऑफ एन इंटरव्यू और अ वाइवा, क्योंकि आपको पता है एंड यू गेट जज्ड ऑन द वेरी स्पॉट एंड देयर इज अ whole bar sitting at the back. These 25-50 लोग आपको देख रहे हैं, the way you argue,
all intellectuals.
They're all intellectuals. They're all judging you. So at times
each word you speak is being judged.
Yes, absolutely. Not just by our seniors, but also by, because they're also drawing inspiration from you.
Yes.
We have learned a lot from our seniors, seeing them argue and all. So I think this becomes our bounden duty to kind of give back to the younger generation of the bar.
So, but this brings me to the next question. Like you have बहुत केसेस फाइट किए आपने हाई कोर्ट में, सुप्रीम कोर्ट में.
Yes.
एक ऐसा कोई पर्टिकुलर केस जिसको आपको लगता है कि मतलब टेंशन ले आया, मतलब इसमें ऐसा कोई
actually 3 cases थे ऐसे. One was purely on the constitutional side, one was purely on the civil and property law, and one was from criminal side.
Okay.
So I'll give you my initial. I had just begun my practice, and there were few aspirants of CGPSC. So 2021 में जो recruitment rules है, there was an amendment in that rule.
अच्छा.
None of the big advocates were very inclined to take up the case. So I had taken it up. उसका repercussion नहीं होता. Had it been the case कि अगर वो law, मतलब basically I had challenged that notification. That was my first private, मतलब independent case.
Okay.
एकदम से आपको एक ultra virus matter मिलता है. Generally people with 10, 15, 20 years of practice, they take up cases wherein you challenge the constitutional validity of certain rules, right? So 2021 में I had challenged it.
That means after so much of experience, they dare to challenge.
Yes.
Whereas you had challenged it in the initial stages.
And there was this remark from the then Honorable Chief Justice that the petition is very craftily drafted. Generally, those petitions are dismissed at the threshold, saying it's purely on the academic side. We are not inclined to. But at the same time, my petition was, luckily it was entertained. Although I was not granted the interim, I had also challenged the subsequent recruitment process. But what happened was that became, I think, one of the one of the political agendas for the
political party.
yes, for BJP to contest election, because there were so many allegations leveled up against the erstwhile government that the accountability and answerability and transparency has lost somewhere down the line. So the crux, the foundation of those allegations were founded in this new amended rule.
Okay.
तो उसको मैंने चैलेंज किया था. Eventually that petition became infructuous. Why? Because after the political dispensation changed, that was the first thing they did. They took back the amendment, and the initial recruitment rule was again reiterated. Other than that, there was this case of Mission Hospital. Yes. It's a very renowned case. Yes, I was involved in that case.
Achha, okay.
Yes, although I did not get the relief from Honorable High Court, I think they have gotten a stay from the Supreme Court at this point. So that was there. It was purely a
that lease agreement wala na?
Yes.
Expiring of lease 39
Yes.
years or something like that.
So that the case dates back to around 150 years.
Correct, 150 years.
And their lease got expired in, I think, some 1994 or 95. They were there. Surprisingly, the political dispensation way back, they had not taken any steps to oust them. 30 years they enjoyed this.
Actually, you are also involved in that case.
I was the filing counsel. I had drafted the entire petition. I had got them stay 3 or 4 times.
Okay.
The entire state machinery was against them. But I think now that property has been acquired and is in possession with the state government, I really hope it is put to some good use now.
I think they plan in some ways. So these are two
major cases which had a good impact on the society.
And also it belongs to Bilaspur. So
yes.
One is to the youth and one is for the state government.
Absolutely. Yes.
Great.
2 major cases, landmark cases. Other than that, I also am an associate of one of the stalwarts in civil law, Mr. B.P. Sharma. He's a senior from Raipur. So उनके साथ भी मतलब I have engaged in a lot of cases अभी recently 2-3 days back we had a favorable order of भिलाई bus stand, जो भी नया bus stand वहाँ सुपेला में बना हुआ है. It's around 30-35 acres of property. तो purely constitutional grounds में the case dates back to around 30-40 years now.
Okay.
40 years of litigation and then we get a favorable order. तो कहीं ना कहीं वो चीज लगती है. Although I was assisting him, it was his case.
असिस्टेंट से ज्यादा काम करते हैं ना?
नहीं ऐसा नहीं है. उनका विजन रहता है.
विजन हाँ. जीनियस का always vision.
They always have.
Then you feel that satisfaction ना?
Absolutely.
जो भी तू
getting a favorable order as basic as getting an interim in a very minute case also, and the smile it brings to the litigant's face, no fees can actually compensate.
And but every day must be a new challenge ना? Every day and every night.
Every day and every night.
क्योंकि कल सुबह की तैयारी करनी है तो आज रात को ये रहता है.
Yes, absolutely.
So ऐसे stressful position, especially because you are young, तो जैसे बताया कि लोगों को और भी नजर रहता है and now आपने थोड़ा सा achieve कर लिया तो लोगों के expectations भी बढ़ जाते हैं. And staying to that expectations it becomes a stress to you.
Absolutely.
So how do you balance yourself between this mental calmness, because कोर्ट रूम में अगर आप मेंटली काम नहीं हो, पीसफुल नहीं हो, तो इट बिकम्स वेरी डिफिकल्ट.
यस.
सो हाउ डू यू डू दैट? एनी
3-4 चीजें हैं. सबसे पहले तो ये होता है कि this is my own anecdote. I don't know how other advocates they must have their own ways. What I feel is my inexperience, my lack of knowledge in a particular field, my personality traits, it should not be an adverse for the litigant. The moment I have a responsibility towards my client, the moment I have a responsibility towards the court, I think most of the stress comes from that expectation only.
Yes.
उसको manage करने के लिए what I do is I have this thing of preparing the case in its entirety. Supposedly, if my case is listed in admission stage, I would prepare it as if the case would be decided finally.
Okay.
The moment you do that, you go through the file in its entirety.
Final outcome.
Yes.
Okay.
तो उस टाइम पे क्या होता है, even if you do not have a favorable order at your hand, you would be satisfied. Once you go back home, there would be nothing on your mind that these are the things which could have been said. These are the areas in which I could have done a little more research.
Okay.
So the responsibility towards the litigant, that is a motivation enough to keep me moving.
And also focus on the final result.
Yes.
Work on that towards that.
Absolutely.
And that's how life also works.
Yes.
So you look at the final result and start taking smaller steps.
Yes.
So generally हमारा education system ऐसा बना है कि like you have BA in graduation, then law, then LLM and all those things. So how much all these knowledge what you gained academically help you in real cases? Because हम technically मैं बता सकता हूँ, हम जो पढ़ते हैं कॉलेज में, इंजीनियरिंग कॉलेज में, वो बाहर जाके बहुत कम 1% 2% काम आता है. आपके प्रोफेशन में कितना काम आता है?
It's exactly the same.
Same?
It's exactly the same. What you learn through textbooks, what you learn in law school, I don't think, particularly because I hail from litigation background, तो मेरे को लगता है कि litigation में you have to go through it again and again and again. अब मैं आपको कल का एग्जांपल देता हूँ. I was assisting my senior in one of the cases. उसमें एक arbitration clause था. Surprisingly, back in my master's days, there was this subject of commercial arbitration. One of the leading advocates from the Bombay High Court, he used to teach us arbitration law. अब उन्होंने मेरे को बहुत चीज में बताया कि I had written a research paper on that particular this section, but कभी भी उस पर्सपेक्टिव से नहीं देखा जिस पर्सपेक्टिव में से इस केस में मेरे को प्रिपेयर करना था सर के साथ. अब उस टाइम पे क्या पूरा एक तरीके से पूरा फोकस चेंज हो गया. उस चीजों में मतलब whatever is written between the lines, whatever is not there between black and white, तो वो चीजें जब आप उस एस्पेक्ट को देखते हो तो then you get to understand कि there are certain things which law school can never teach you. उस सेम चीज को मैं 3 महीने पढ़ रहा हूँ, उसमें मैंने इतना रिसर्च करके एक पेपर भी लिखा, बट उस पर्सपेक्टिव से कभी नहीं देखा जो इस केस की 2 दिन की प्रिपरेशन में मेरे को उसका एक नया फ्रेश पर्सपेक्टिव देखा. तो दैट इज द ब्यूटी ऑफ लॉ. आपको हमेशा कुछ ना कुछ, द मोमेंट यू रीड इट, रीड इट,
between the lines and between the words.
Yes.
Between the letters.
वो क्या होता है कि आप जिस पर्सपेक्टिव से देख रहे हो ना, then you start reading it in that way.
Human mind also works like
it
that.
works like that.
Yes. So
तो बहुत ज़्यादा मेरे को नहीं लगता जो लॉ स्कूलों में पढ़ाते हैं, although whatever is in their best capacity they do. Most of the law schools, even the tier 1 NLUs and all, they prepare kids है ना, वो उनको एक hard working environment दे देते हैं. They provide them a very ruthless environment. You go to any tier 1 law school now, तो हर जगह पे you will feel there is some tension in the environment.
अच्छा.
हाँ, right from the law school days.
अच्छा.
So I think that is one thing which mentally prepares them for the.
So is it done intentionally?
At times it is, because you have to manage internships, you have to manage your attendance, you have to write research papers.
They make the whole environment is such
Yes,
they are always.
It becomes so competitive that at times you get tensed.
Okay.
You feel underconfident and then you start preparing as an underdog. And I think this is one thing which has always helped me. The moment you see yourself as an underdog, you will prepare more.
Yeah.
You will never be overconfident. And you will always be humble in your approach.
And that's very important, I think. Being humble and being confident, not
Yes,
overconfident. There is a thin line between
Very thin
confidence and overconfidence.
Yes.
So yeah, it will be. So means लॉ में भी वही है कि आपने डिग्री कर लिया तो चलिए पढ़ाई खत्म हो गया. But I think you have to study more in law.
Yes.
With every case you have to study, go deep into it and then.
Yes, deeper. And I think एक particular चीज, there is this law which is already settled है ना, उसमें बहुत सारे precedents हैं. और आप उसको अपने केस के पर्सपेक्टिव से पढ़ोगे ना, तो you will always find something new in that case. Supposedly, if I am reading one particular section from one particular act, और वो particular section को मैं अपने 10 अलग-अलग cases में अलग-अलग ढंग से पढ़ूंगा ना, तो it will have its own different interpretation. And surprisingly, उस particular direction में भी आपको 10 अलग-अलग interpretation Supreme Court के Honorable High Courts के मिलेंगे.
Lawyers, okay, mental fitness is required nowadays. Now, especially जैसे हमने बात किया था कि lawyers को भी mindset change की जरूरत है. So, do professional lawyers go like athletes? When you see athlete, they go for mental training. Or any other profession, they go for mental training. And जब अभी तक हमने जितना बात किया, तो मुझे ऐसा लगता है कि lawyers को भी जरूरत है mental training, because stress levels बहुत ज़्यादा है, cases different हैं. और जब तक you are not mentally stable and if you don't change your mindset, it becomes very difficult. So do lawyers, in your knowledge, also go under any mindset training or something, mental toughness training?
ऐसा I've never heard of any such programs. But I think जो कोर्ट का environment है, वो definitely stressful होता है, but it is also rewarding. The moment I burn the midnight oil, and I prepare for a case, and I'm all stressed throughout the night. And the moment that case is called up, I argue the case. Supposedly, if I get a favorable order, that is enough of the mental satisfaction which we get as lawyers. Okay. तो ऐसा होता है कि 10, 15, 20 cases जो बड़े seniors हैं उनके लगते हैं, they do not get relief in all the cases. But with time, with experience, what happens is it all becomes a cakewalk for big advocates.
Okay.
तो अभी तो हम लोग बहुत nascent stage में भी are just experiencing things for the very first time. तो ऐसा कुछ mental training का नहीं रहता, but what I have seen a similarity between the established advocates, not just here in Bombay, maybe Delhi, maybe they read a lot. Okay. And they associate themselves with the younger generation.
That's very important.
Those two things, I think, that's enough to keep your mental status at place.
So मैं वो इसलिए पूछ रहा था because क्या होता है कि human biology के बारे में तो जानता हूँ, human mind में काम करता हूँ.
जी सर.
So whenever you are stressed out, so the hormone called cortisol is released. So the cortisol जैसे release होता है तो हमारा human biology अंदर पूरा heart beat बढ़ जाएगा, आपका blood pressure बढ़ जाएगा, आपके arteries shrink हो जाएंगे, all those things which is required when you are in a stress state.
Yes.
So होता क्या है कि ये इसका इम्पैक्ट हमारे बॉडी के ऑर्गन्स पे पड़ता है इन द लॉन्ग रन. तो लॉयर्स जैसे हैं आप लोग, ये स्ट्रेस कंटिन्यूअसली रहता है. सो हो सकता है कि यंग एज में आपको उसका इम्पैक्ट नहीं पता लग रहा होगा बिकॉज हमारी मेटाबॉलिज्म अच्छी है, हमारे ऑर्गन्स अच्छे हैं जी. बट ओवर अ पीरियड ऑफ टाइम इट विल सर्टेनली हैव एन इम्पैक्ट. सो इट्स वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट टू रिलीज द स्ट्रेस. or you should know how to handle the stress.
Yes.
So that's from that point of view I was just asking that question.
Right. Absolutely. तो उस सिचुएशन में भी what we do is जनरली जो मैं देखता हूँ एडवोकेट्स को फिजिकली बड़े एक्टिव रहते हैं, वो एक पर्टिकुलर स्पोर्ट को बहुत फॉलो करेंगे. यू मस्ट हैव सीन दिस विद द जजेस एज वेल. द सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जजेस सिंस इंडिया इज लैंड ऑफ क्रिकेट, मोस्ट ऑफ देम दे प्ले क्रिकेट. हम लोग के में भी जैसे डिस्ट्रिक्ट बार का क्रिकेट का एक टूर्नामेंट होता है, फेसबुक वगैरह में जी, हाई कोर्ट में भी होता है. भी इनफैक्ट जीएसटी बार का खुद का एक टूर्नामेंट हो रहा है. तो दीस आर द थिंग्स व्हिच वी डू, अदर रिक्रिएशनल एक्टिविटीज. फिर कभी कुछ इवेंट हो गया, कभी कुछ सेमिनार हो गया, तो इट कीप्स अस ऑल बिजी. बट एट द सेम टाइम हम लोग मेंटली भी उस चीज को, तो एक फिजिकल जो ये रहता है. अब जैसे जनरली हम लोग की जो जनरेशन है, वी आर मोर इनटू जिम एंड ऑल. तो वो इंडिविजुअल वर्कआउट वगैरह वाला आज की डेट में ज्यादा एक प्रेवलेंट है. तो अभी भी जैसे जिम जाता हूं तो मोस्ट ऑफ माय कलीग्स आई फाइंड देम देयर इन जिम.
Colleagues in the sense?
My law.
So are you in touch with your school friends?
Yes.
They're there?
Most of them, they hail from business families. So.
Achha, okay, great. So, Push, one more thing. Now coming to AI. AI is now everywhere. And if you see, jo IBM Watson, you must have heard.
Yes.
IBM Watson is a software which is used in Western countries. बहुत ज़्यादा यूज होता है.
Yes.
और वहाँ पे I think it has actually replaced humans most of it. Only there 10% of advocates, law students, law graduates, or law practitioners who are there.
Yes.
So 90% are replaced. So is there a threat for advocates in the long run in India also? Maybe it will take time when AI is going to replace.
Definitely, there is some skepticism around the town. Not just here. जो Western countries में बोल रहे, it's absolutely true. It is just that how cunningly you employ AI to your own benefit.
Yes.
I think this generation, in our generation, people who know how to use technology for their benefit, they're gonna rule the world.
Correct.
The moment you understand how to employ AI for your own use, I think instead of treating it as a threat perception, the moment you think of AI as your colleague or as your junior, I think that the whole approach and the whole mindset would change. I've seen advocates here also. They're using AI, they're using ChatGPT and Perplexity to interpret documents, to have a fresh perspective as to how to draft. They put in all the prompts and then the entire draft comes up. So there is a good chance I might be having a draft for example, a bail petition. But at the same time, there are certain documents which I think might be very lengthy. Since it is in soft copy, I can definitely put it into AI and get a crux of it. And then I can have a fresh perspective. Achha, this particular line of thought I had missed in my draft, I can always employ it. So instead of treating it as a threat perception, I think
you can use it for your benefit.
For your own benefit.
As an assistant.
Yes. So I think the seniors, they are very skeptical now. The ones who are not very familiar with the AI, they are very skeptical. But at the same time, our generation, we know how to. I think most of us, I'm presuming it, since we are all tech savvy. I think we know how to employ it for our own benefit.
Yes. So now the next thing is, like, law is actually becoming one of the important streams.
Yes.
And most of the youngsters are now going into pursuing that field in law.
Yes.
So as a law graduate, what are the chances? How is the perspective? Because like you told, they need to have perseverance, they need to have that mindset balance and all those things. Apart from that, looking at the IT perspective, how should these youngsters prepare themselves to fit into the future world? Because once they start studying now, 4 साल 5 साल के बाद वो उस पे आएंगे.
Yes.
So how should they employ, like you told, they should be an assistant, not take another. So कुछ tips हमारे youngsters के लिए.
So the
ones who are coming for law graduate, they want to make law as a career for them.
Yes.
How to prepare and what is the perspective?
So I think, sir, question is slightly misplaced in the sense because there are multiple fields in law as well.
Acha, okay.
So I'm a litigating lawyer, right? तो हमारे साथ क्या होगा, the challenges which we face as litigating lawyers, some law graduate who is placed in a tier 1 law firm, he might not face it. Why? Because for us, thriving daily is a challenge. There is no financial stability as such. But for somebody who is already well placed in a tier 1 law firm, at least their financial aspect is secured. So they have some other thoughts in their mind. Because the culture is very toxic in law firms, so they have to be mentally more strong. They have to be stronger in terms of emotional strength and all, when in comparison to somebody who's practicing as a litigator. Yes. So apart from that, there's another perspective of judiciary aspirants. तो उनके लिए क्या होता है, उनके लिए वो 3-4 साल एंड उनके लिए सबसे बड़ा डिमोटिवेशन क्या रहेगा, when they see their own colleagues, their own batchmates doing good in law, getting placed in tier 1 law firms and all, and they are just sitting there and studying and studying and studying, and there's no future security as such, whether they'll clear exams or not. For them, the things which has to be considered are slightly different. But in general, what I feel is law as a field is very lucrative. Be it on the bench, be it on the bar side, be it on the corporate side. And the approach with which these new NLUs and new 5-year integrated courses which they are offering, the one thing which I find is very good is that students have become more interactive. The entire process of learning has become more intuitive and interactive in that sense, because they उनका एक है कि रिसर्च करने की उनकी स्किल्स अच्छी हो जा रही हैं, दे आर राइटिंग पेपर्स है ना. देन अपार्ट फ्रॉम दैट, जो एक इनका इंटर्नशिप का जो पीरियड होता है, हमारे कॉलेज में ऐसे होता था कि इट वाज नॉट अ मैंडेटरी थिंग फॉर अस टू डू इंटर्नशिप्स, बट फॉर समबडी हु इज फ्रॉम एनएलयू, उनके लिए मिनिमम पीरियड फिक्स है कि आपको 28 वीक्स 30 वीक्स करना है. तो देन दे आल्सो अंडरस्टैंड हाउ टू मैनेज देयर टाइम, है ना. अलग अलग एनवायरनमेंट में जाके वो कभी किसी ऑनरेबल जज के साथ कभी इंटर्नशिप कर रहे हैं, किसी बड़े वकील के साथ कर रहे हैं, लॉ फर्म्स में कर रहे हैं. तो उस सिचुएशन में क्या हो रहा है कि दे आर गेटिंग अ टेस्ट ऑफ ऑल द फील्ड्स. तो अभी जो यंग एस्पिरेंट्स हैं वो प्रिपेयरिंग फॉर लॉ, आई थिंक फॉर देम माय ऑनेस्ट एडवाइस वुड बी they should be testing their strength as to how much they can invest in learning, because this field is something in which you always have to learn. As a fresh graduate also, if I am getting into litigation, I have to read and constantly read. From perspective of somebody who's placed in a law firm, for him जिस particular field में उसकी expertise है, he has to be an authority in that field. Supposedly, if somebody from, let's say, some tier 1 law firm who is handling the mergers and acquisition wala side, so he has to be very clear, not just with the Indian jurisprudence, but globally also. He might not be having any understanding of civil law or criminal law because it is not needed or expected from him. But in his own restricted field, his knowledge has to be in depth. For me as a litigating lawyer, I need to have, I think, a little bit of each and everything. For somebody who's aspiring for judiciary, I think for them a sound geopolitical understanding of how things function, a sound understanding of how the establishments functions, how the state government functions. So I think these are the things which are very necessary for them to understand.
That means what I understood is, as a litigation lawyer, you need to know everything.
Yes.
Suppose somebody is doing a corporate, becomes corporate specialist, then he has to know about that only. So is it like that?
Yes, absolutely.
So my next this thing is now coming to the IT part of it. Now with the IT network spreading, there are so many AI tools, there are so many what do you call it, computers all across. Right? And IT has already spread. So in the future, law graduates also have great scope in the field of IT.
Absolutely.
IT in the sense, laws related to IT.
Absolutely.
Technology laws.
You will be surprised to know, last 10 years, I think various fields in law have emerged, and people are seriously pursuing it. You might not be, as a layman, even I was not aware after having my whole education from law background. When I did my masters, I got to know that one of my mentors, he is pursuing a career in space law.
Space law.
Yes. Somebody, there were people who had this vision in their mind that they would be settling in Bombay or Goa or whatever. So they had an understanding of maritime law. Somebody who wishes to, settle abroad, they would go for, let's say, arbitration. Arbitration, I think it's very common. But other than that, there are so many fields. Medical law की field है.
अच्छा.
There are experts who only deal with the medical laws. There would be experts who only deal with narcotics and drugs.
That is the niche.
Yes.
Micro niche.
Yes. तो अभी पिछले 10 साल में इतनी फील्ड्स एमर्ज हुई हैं लॉ में, मतलब इट हैज जो एक ऑर्थोडॉक्स एक कन्वेंशनल जो एक माइंडसेट चलता था कि आप सिविल लॉयर हैं क्रिमिनल लॉयर, आई थिंक दैट इज वन थिंग व्हिच हैज बिकम द ओल्डेस्ट नाउ.
So at the end of the day, Push Gupta, what does matter to you as Push Gupta lawyer? Is it winning a case, or delivering this thing, or giving justice to your client? Very tricky question.
It's actually a very tricky question, and I think people pleased above me as well. Matlab, they will also have some dichotomy and dilemma while answering this question. For me, at times it feels dispensation of justice is I think that should be the prime object of any advocate. At the same time, we are also responsible towards our client.
Yes.
And at the same time, we are also responsible towards the court.
Correct.
तो बहुत ही tricky situation हो जाती है. मतलब advocacy as a skill, I think this is something which is not taught in law schools.
So let's not go deep into it.
Yes. But for me, I think justice in its true sense should prevail, and not just the judges. It is the duty of the advocates as well. At times, मतलब होता है कि we admit यहाँ पे हमारे क्लाइंट से इस तरीके से ये हुआ है, but since the law is on his side, he should be given the benefit.
Okay, so great. So Push, where does you see yourself in 2030?
2030, I think I'll be here. I'll be professionally. I think litigating lawyer के लिए first 10-15 years, it's only hard work. Okay. आपको eventually you get better cases, you get more complex issues to work upon. कुछ आपके अगर बाकी if the stars on your side, you might be assigned some roles, you might be empaneled in various departments and all. Otherwise you have a private practice. अब जैसे क्या होता है कि supposedly अभी recently there was some shift in the AG office, right? So what happens is कि उसके बाद there are so many aspects and avenues which open up. तो वो constantly होता है.
तो बिलासपुर में, of course, बिलासपुर में High Court is there, but do you see a chance, a growth, or more learning for you in being a tier 3 city basically? See, you are in Bilaspur, High Court is there, but there are other tier 3 cities where people are pursuing law.
Yes.
So उनके वहाँ पे tier 3 cities, lower cities में opportunity है, especially छत्तीसगढ़ में.
Absolutely.
है?
इसलिए है क्योंकि with every case you get to learn new things. Somebody who's practicing any law for 30-40 years, supposedly we have people who are specialized in criminal law, we have people who are specialized in civil law. With each case, the complexity of law grows.
Okay.
What used to be a shady, मतलब जिसमें law settle नहीं हुआ था, आज से 50 years down the line, law is crystallized in 2025. But at the same time, there are more complex issues, more fields where there is always gray space, wherein the law is not settled, right? So वो it constantly evolves because law is nothing but a mirror of the society. So with changing time, law has to change. Otherwise, it would be harmful for both, for the law and for the society. It has to constantly evolve along with. So I think this is there.
तो जैसे I don't know, हमारा education system if you see, it's based way back in Britishers का जो education system है वही चला है. Is it the case with law also? Law का जो ये है, change हुआ है.
That is there, but I think जो फंडामेंटल्स जो होते हैं जिसको हम ज्यूरिस्प्रूडेंस बोलते हैं अपने लॉ का, तो वो एज इट इज वैसे ही रहता है। जैसे आप साइंस बैकग्राउंड के, यू वुड अंडरस्टैंड कि लिवर का अगर एक पर्टिकुलर तरीके से फंक्शन है तो इट विल ऑलवेज बी लाइक दैट। आप उसमें और डेप्थ में जाते जाएंगे विद एडवेंट ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी एंड एडवांसमेंट्स इन रिसर्च, तो आपको और कॉम्प्लेक्सिटी समझ में आती रहेंगी उस ऑर्गन की, बट जो फंडामेंटल्स है इट विल ऑलवेज बी इंटैक्ट। तो सेम गोज विद लॉ। जैसे सपोजिटली अभी जो पूरे क्रिमिनल लॉ चेंज हुआ, अभी रिसेंटली पूरा लेबर कोड रिवैम्प हुआ, मैं आपको वही बता रहा था कि विद चेंजिंग नीड्स ऑफ द सोसाइटी द लॉ हैज टू कंटिन्यूअसली इवॉल्व। If law does not keep pace with the changing needs of the society, it would be harmful for both, for the society as well as for the law.
अब एक क्वेश्चन एज अ सिटीजन, इन सब से भी क्वेश्चन हो गया
जी।
कोई भी अगर हमको प्रॉब्लम आता है तो कोर्ट में जाओ बोलते हैं, बट कोर्ट जाने से बहुत डर लगता है। मतलब एक बार कोर्ट में गए तो कई सालों तक कोर्ट केस चलता रहेगा, तो योर रेस्पॉन्स आता है। वो लोग भी हंस रहे हैं।
वो तो सर रहता ही है। कोर्ट्स आर ऑल लिटरली ओवरवर्क्ड।
Is it because of overwork?
No, it's not. But the entire machinery of the court, of the bar, the advocates and judges, they are constantly in search of truth.
Okay.
And truth is something which you cannot find easily. It takes time.
Yes.
और वो जो एक बहुत मतलब although it might sound cliché कि एक मतलब 10,000 गुनहगार छूट जाए बट एक बेगुनाह को, तो वो जो सर्च ऑफ ट्रुथ है, मतलब अगर आपने वो एक पर्सन के लिए अगर आपने उस एक्सटेंट तक के काम किया है एंड सपोजिटली इफ ही इज गेटिंग द रिलीफ व्हिच लॉ ग्रांट्स हिम, आई थिंक दैट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे अगर आपने 100 केसेस की पेंडेंसी और आपने 10 केसेस भी सेम लाइट में डिसाइड किए हैं, तो आई थिंक दैट जज हैज डन हिज पार्ट वेरी वेल। अब वो लगता है कि एक वो आई थिंक दिस इज आल्सो अ नैरेटिव ऑफ द सॉर्ट्स कि जुडिशरी मतलब इट्स वेरी इजी फॉर द सोसाइटी टू ब्लेम जुडिशरी। इनफैक्ट वो कहीं ना कहीं पॉलिटिकल नैरेटिव भी वैसा सेट होता है कि हम कुछ भी करते हैं जाके कोई भी स्टे ले लेता है कोर्ट में, बट एट द सेम टाइम जो लॉ ग्रांट करती किसी भी सिटीजन की जो फंडामेंटल राइट्स है आप उसको इतना इजीली नहीं वायलेट कर सकते हैं। और जो वहाँ बैठे हुए हैं जो हमारे जजेस होते हैं, they are very conscious of the fact कि जो स्टेट मशीनरी है उससे कहीं ना कहीं एक इंडिविजुअल का लड़ना है, it's difficult, somebody has to be there,
Yes.
and only in cases where the court definitely finds that somebody has been wronged, somebody's rights have been violated, regardless of whatever the project be, whatever the thing on the other side be, court grants each individual the relief. वो जो सर्च फॉर ट्रूथ है ना, इट टेक्स टाइम। तो जो पेंडेंसी आई थिंक मोस्ट ऑफ द केसेस आर फ्रिवलस आल्सो, बहुत सारे मैनेजेबल है। जैसे मीडिएशन ड्राइव्स होती हैं, आई थिंक अभी जो छत्तीसगढ़ हाई कोर्ट इज एट इट्स पीक व्हेन इट कम्स टू डिस्पोजल, तो जजेस का इंटेंट हमेशा से वैसा रहता है, एंड नॉट जस्ट विद द हाई कोर्ट्स, व्हेन यू लुक इन द सबऑर्डिनेट कोर्ट्स भी 5-10 years past 5-10 years the track record has been very good in terms of disposal, in terms of quality of justice. I think अभी जिस तरीके का मतलब एक जुडिशियल माइंडसेट है, वो आई थिंक इट इज बेनिफिटिंग द पीपल एट लार्ज। मतलब पहले पता था कि भाई किसी फ्रिवलस केस के कारण पब्लिक कॉज जो है इट इज बीइंग हैम्पर्ड, तो पहले एंटरटेन होता था, नहीं होता।
So one last question before we end up. अभी आईटी आने के बाद कोर्ट्स जो है सीसीटीवी लाइव होने लगे। पहले कोर्ट में क्या होता था हमें पता नहीं होता
जी।
एंड प्लस फ्रैंकली स्पीकिंग मैंने आज तक कभी कोर्ट गया नहीं, खाली पिक्चर्स में देखा है बस
जी।
ठीक, जो पिक्चर में होता है और जो लाइव होता है आई थिंक टोटली डिफरेंट।
It is absolutely different.
And with CCTV cameras, you being live when you fight a case, pressure is more on you?
No, absolutely.
I think it doesn't matter.
No. I think supposedly if a journalist comes up to before the camera every now and then, he gets used to it.
Used to it.
Even the judges and in fact the advocates, when they are arguing a case, they are least bothered as to how they are being looked upon. तो होता है बहुत सारे, मतलब यहाँ पे भी फिर वो रील्स भी वायरल हो जाती हैं।
हाँ,
वो बहुत सारी जजेस बैशिंग द अथॉरिटीज एंड ऑल, एंड पीपल एट लार्ज मतलब दे गेट अ काइंड ऑफ सेटिस्फैक्शन. So supposedly somebody comes up to the court and they get a relief and they're seeing it. Even we as advocates, we get praises also from the bench. At times we also get corrected. So
दोनों रहते हैं, give and take.
It's give and take.
It's a
But
part of technology. You
yes.
have to go by the technology.
But I think that has helped us a lot. The more particularly because I practice in Chhattisgarh High Court. The courts in Chhattisgarh, I think they are growing with impeccable technological advancements.
Yes.
मतलब आज की डेट में कोई गरीब आदमी बेचारा जो बहुत ही एक रिमोट एरिया में बैठा हुआ है, he can directly approach the honorable courts through virtual hearing.
अच्छा.
Because वो एक theory है ना, the last man standing, he has to be given the benefit.
Yes.
पूरा जो इतनी बड़ी एक्सरसाइज होती है कोर्ट की, इतना उसमें people they're invested so much, इतना ही इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर उसमें है, it all becomes meaningful the moment the last man gets the lead.
Yes, absolutely. Ultimate aim is that.
Ultimate aim is that. तो उसको easier, मतलब थोड़ा सा प्रोसेस को easy out करने के लिए I think this is one thing which is really commendable in Chhattisgarh के जितने भी courts.
Okay. So one last question to all the young viewers of the Rajkot. So what is that message you want to give who wants to pursue law as a career?
Yes.
What is the future? And also, what are the repercussions? Like what few personality traits they should have?
Right. So to all the young aspirants, to all the people who are passionate about pursuing law, आज का जो situation है, law has been multifarious now. There are so many organs wherein you can actually, as per your own characteristic traits, as per your own personality traits, आप pursue कर सकते हो. I think सबसे पहले तो आपको खुद की personality में देखना है कि what are you made for. Supposedly, if you are somebody who always enjoys stability, somebody who always is kind of always in for not just financial stability but future safety as well. So you should go for judiciary. You should go for
So
for
based
law.
on the personality traits, they should.
Yes.
opt.
If you have a very secured background, supposedly if I am very fortunate that I hail from a very established background, so for me money has never been a big motive. है ना? तो and at the same time also I'm also passionate about law. I enjoy reading it. I enjoy rereading it. So मेरे लिए litigation was the thing. But at the same time when I see my fellow advocates जो अभी मतलब law firms में placed हैं, they are earning multi-folds. But that thing is not demotivating. There are people from my own batch who have become judges now. Civil judges, जो subordinate courts में होता है. They're all enjoying the perks and benefits of being a judge, but at the same time they're also getting burnouts. Because मेरा क्या, मैंने 3 केस अपने दिन के किए and I come back. My own people, my own age group, they are handling 30, 40, 50 cases a day. And there are people across the bar who are 30, 40, 50 years elder to them. And they are arguing. So उनका एक अलग टाइप का उनके माइंड में प्रेशर रहता है. अभी आपको प्रिपरेशन के लिए आई थिंक लॉ के लिए आज की डेट में सबसे बड़ी नेसेसिटी है, यू हैव टू हैव अ गुड कमांड ओवर द लैंग्वेज. यू हैव टू बी वेरी टेक savvy. I see this very often in Delhi courts and in fact other big high courts. I have practiced in Bombay High Court. This is one thing which I have always found, which I see lacking in our court, is that people here are not very tech savvy. When it comes to researches, when it comes to employing technology for your own best use, they're not doing it. Be tech savvy.
Is it with senior lawyers or also youngsters?
With the youngsters as well. That is very surprising. Seniors तो ठीक है, उनका they have their own way of doing things. But I think you need to be tech savvy to be very to keep up with the pace. 3, you need to be very clear about what you want. है ना? Because there are so many fields, so many options. The moment you get choices, it becomes difficult for you to make a step ahead. तो सबसे बड़ी बात है क्लैरिटी माइंड में होनी बहुत जरूरी है कि आपको एक्चुअली लाइफ से चाहिए क्या, आपकी लाइफ का पर्पस क्या है। तो ये 3 चीजें आई थिंक दीज आर दी 3 मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट।
फोर्थ इज पेशेंस।
पेशेंस तो इट इज ऑलवेज देयर, मतलब मेरे को तो लगता है दिस इज वेरी कॉमन इन आई थिंक ऑल द अगर आप सिविल जज की नहीं, आप सिविल सर्विसेज की भी तैयारी कर रहे हो, यू नीड टू हैव पेशेंस। अगर आप लिटिगेशन में भी जा रहे हो,
पेशेंस इज
और पढ़ना बहुत पड़ता है। अगर आप जिंदगी भर पढ़ना पड़ता है, और फिर एक मेरे को लगता है एक पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम के बाद आपका जिस हिसाब से नॉलेज एनहांस होता है, आई थिंक एक पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम के बाद यू गेट यूज्ड टू इट कि कल सुप्रीम कोर्ट ने क्या इस पर्टिकुलर पॉइंट पे ले डाउन किया, आई नीड टू नो टुडे।
करेक्ट।
क्योंकि वो डर है, अभी मैं गलती कर सकता हूँ, आई हैव दैट लेवरेज,
बट सीनियर होने के बाद
पर 5 years डाउन द लाइन जो गलती मैं आज कर सकता हूँ, मैंने अगर आज नहीं की, मैं 10 साल बाद करूंगा ना, आई वुड बी लुक्ड डाउन अपॉन नॉट जस्ट बाय द कोर्ट्स बट आल्सो बाय द बार। और अदर देन दैट रीडिंग हैबिट आज की डेट में कम हो गई। आई थिंक मेरे को लगता है कि
4-5 चीजें बहुत इम्पोर्टेंट।
हाँ, अब बहुत अच्छा हो रहा है इंडिया में कम से कम कि जो पॉडकास्ट कल्चर आ रहा है, आई सी निखिल कामत पॉडकास्ट, तो वो सब अच्छे लोगों को मतलब, तो आई थिंक वही मैं आपको बताया ना कि बेस्ट यूज ऑफ टेक्नोलॉजी इंस्टेड ऑफ गोइंग एंड वाचिंग माइंडलेसली रील्स या यूट्यूब का जो शॉर्ट्स वगैरह आते हैं, आई मे गेन अ लॉट ऑफ नॉलेज just by having spending 2-3 hours on internet every day। मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा हूँ कि आप बुक्स में जाके देखिए, जैसे मेरे को लगता है कि आई हैव अ लाइब्रेरी ऑफ अराउंड 1000 बुक्स अभी एट दिस एज, तो आई स्टिल एंजॉय दैट फिजिकल टच ऑफ द बुक एंड ऑल।
Yes.
For me it's difficult to gain knowledge from internet।
इंटरनेट से पढ़ना होता है, बुक का टच होना, वो फील होना चाहिए,
and that is necessary for us। so वो बोलते ना कि न्यूज़पेपर सुबह जब तक नहीं पढ़ेंगे, आप ठीक है उसमें देख लिया, you have hundreds of newspapers on your mobile, but you'll not get that feel।
Absolutely, absolutely।
so reading is a must।
Okay, so thank you very much, coach।
Sir,
So it was a great talk, and I think a lot of youngsters will be motivated,
I really hope so।
and I hope you are going to spread it to your own contacts, and
Absolutely,
then people will have know.
जी।
So thank you so much, and
They can always write me, the youngsters, my mail ID it could be
yes, I will put it in the description।
all right।
Okay.
So whatever queries that, because I have been mentoring few kids also।
Okay, great।
One of my this youngster, she's a उनके फादर ने मेरे को कभी पढ़ाया था, ही इज अ टीचर।
Okay।
अभी उसको एनएलएस बैंगलोर मिल गया है, ऑल्दो मेरा कोई इसमें क्रेडिट नहीं है, बट वो कहीं ना कहीं when she felt demotivated, when she had lost a little bit of clarity, या उसको कुछ उस टाइम पे she needed some motivational support, तो उस टाइम पे she used to call me।
Okay।
other than मतलब उसका तो खैर institution and all they have credit is
एक
all to
मेंटर
them।
होना बहुत जरूरी है।
हाँ, तो वो उस टाइम पे जब आपका मेंटल स्ट्रेंथ क्या भी when it weakens down, because we have gone through the same process, I think, so they can always write me, they can always approach me।
So in my description in my YouTube, when this goes live, I'll give your number also,
Yes,
and also email also, so you can always contact
I would be really happy to help them।
Yeah, sure, sir, so nice of you। So thank you, coach।
Sir, thank you।
Wish you all the very best, and hope to see you at a national or international level।
Really grateful।
Thank you so much।
Thank you so much for your blessing, and thank you for having me।
Thank you।